Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I go by the name of Bookie, and today we're talking all about virtual reality and where I see this technology heading in the future. So this topic is so interesting to me because I think we're on the cusp of something completely new which we never really saw coming. I think virtual reality will be as big as the internet. I think it would change society forever. One of the ways that I see virtual reality coming across is through video games. So if you don't know or haven't seen much about virtual reality at the moment, go Google search Oculus Rift. At the moment, they've designed these goggles that change like the reality that we perceive, what we actually see through these goggles. So there's computer programs running to create these visual effects. But this is what I see happening in the future once technology progresses. So eventually those goggles, they'll become full HD, and eventually they'll become so high quality that we cannot tell the difference between our reality and the reality that is being portrayed in these goggles. Then eventually these goggles will be shrunk down into little glasses, and then eventually down to a little tiny lens that we just stick on the top of our eyes. And now after we have that and we are able to see everything in the virtual reality, we need something that enables us to interact with it with our hands and be able to feel the world that we are in. I think eventually we'll design this cloth-like material, a very thin layer of this material, and we'll just put it over our whole entire body. Maybe it's like a little tiny lightweight lycra suit or something like that. And say we want to touch a rock. The way we feel things is that something is pressing up against our skin, and say we want to touch a virtual rock, because the rock isn't actually there, the way we will make it feel like we're actually touching the rock is from this haptic feedback type of material, and when we go to touch it, that material will press against our skin, giving us the sensation of actually touching a rock or whatever it happens to be. Maybe it's a nail and it happens to be sharp, or yeah, you just think of any other type of situation. So after that, I think that everyone will start to have a virtual reality room. So like today we have a lounge room where it's completely set up to watch TV. I think we'll have a room that is dedicated just for virtual reality. So I think we'll have a room that's maybe 10 meters by 10 meters, well, as large as you can afford. And in that room will just be completely blank, perfect square. Everything is just the one color. There's padding all over the walls, all on the floor, so if you fall down you won't get hurt. I think there's going to be like an air conditioning heating system that acts as like a virtual atmosphere, and say if you're out in the open in the winds, it will blow wind onto your face and change the temperature. Say you're like in an Iceland, then it's going to be freezing cold in there, so the air conditioner will be pumping out really cold air. And if you're like on top of a volcano, then of course it's going to be extremely hot. So you get the picture there. And let's just talk about a game that I see likely coming to the Oculus Rift. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I think this is my own idea. But have you ever played the computer game? It's a basic computer game. I think it's called Defend the Castle, where you have this castle and just these little stick figures are running towards you, and eventually they come to the castle and start attacking you, and you have archers to defend the castle, and you have yourself, which is like a god, and you just click on the people and you fling them away, and when you fling them away they land and they die. So I have this scenario playing out in my head, and I think this is going to be the best idea for a game ever. So you're going to have your room, and your room is going to be at the top level of a tower where archers sit on the castle. So if you walk to the boundary of your physical room, that will be the boundary of the actual tower. So the tower wall will be surrounded like this in the virtual reality, like in the virtual game that we have. So I think level 1, it will just be like that game. One soldier will be coming towards you slowly, be maybe 200 meters away. First of all, he'll come across this cliff, across this hill. You'll see his head poke up, and you'll be looking off in the distance on top of your castle. You'll see this guy, and you'll have a bow and arrow, like I think you'll have a physical bow, and you'll just sling it back, and you'll have a shot at him, and you'll probably miss him, of course, and you keep on having all these shots at him, and he's just walking faster and faster and faster towards the castle, and as soon as he gets close enough to hit, you end up hitting him, and you actually progress your skills of archery in this game because it is virtual reality, and it will be exactly like the same as doing archery in real life. And then after every time you kill that one character, then you'll get like one piece of gold or whatever, and then you'll be able to spend that gold on upgrading your castle, upgrading your bow and arrow, upgrading your strength. So when you pull back on your bow, the arrow is actually fires a lot further than you could previously shoot it. And I think you'll be able to buy like other archers to help you shoot off all of these armies. So I think then level 2 might be 10 of those same like soldiers, and then level 3 maybe it's 20 of them. Then level 4 maybe they all have upgraded armor. Then the next level maybe there's horses coming towards you, and then maybe once you get to level 9 there's like 1,000 of these soldiers marching towards you, and they're all like playing on these fucking massive battle drums and blowing these battle horns and all this kind of stuff, and you're just experiencing it all on top of this castle, and you just see all of these soldiers coming to you, and you have this overwhelming feeling that you're just going to be overtaken by all of these soldiers coming towards you, and you're just firing off all of these arrows one by one, and every time you kill a soldier, then you can buy more arrows, and you keep on firing more and more and more, and then maybe you buy catapults and you shoot the catapults off into the distance to destroy as many as possible. And then maybe you get to level 9, level 10, and this is a boss level, and there's no soldiers at all, and you're waiting. You can see no one coming across that hill off in the distance, and you think, what the hell is happening? Then all of a sudden you smell a little bit of burning. So the virtual atmosphere is creating the sense of smell of something like charcoal, something burning, and it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then all of a sudden you hear these flapping like some sort of distortion of wind in the distance, and you look off to the right, and then you see this fucking massive dragon flying towards you, and as it gets closer and closer you can smell the burning flames coming from out of its mouth. And then with all of your army that you have bought, all of these archers, you just shoot off all of these arrows, and you start trying to kill this boss at level 10, which happens to be the first dragon that you encounter. And as it comes and swoops towards you, you can feel the gush of air blown from the air conditioning system across your face. And when it comes real close to you, you can actually feel the wind because of the haptic feedback material that you are wearing. And so you can see where this game could possibly lead. And this just opens us up to all different kinds of ideas that we could accomplish through this technology, and the entertainment system will be brought to a whole entire new level. Stuff movies, stuff 3D movies, stuff watching TV. Let's all live in this virtual reality and play these amazing games. That's what I see in the future. If you made it to this part of the video and you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.